Gonzalez, and I'm going to be your host for today's show. This show is to help the community to express the concerns that's happening in the community. And today we have two guests that are representing the San Fernando's at the City of San Fernando. And I just want to welcome you. Um, your name?
Julian Relis.
Jesse Avila.
Nice to meet you. Well, I have a few questions. How did you get involved in the recall?
I got involved mostly through my neighbors. First, because of the police chief. Police Chief Relis, who was involved in an inappropriate relationship with a cadet that he oversaw. I'm a retired probation officer. That's very important to us as law enforcement. What he did hurts our profession. It makes our job more difficult. But we also saw the cadet as a victim from a supervisor. In the lack of action that was taken, he was not charged. There was no one who tried to correct that in the law enforcement way. I got involved with that and wanted to find out, first of all, how it happened and why there was no legal action. From an officer's point of view, he violated the code of conduct, the color of authority, and other legal things. When there were no actions to stop him, I found out that he was promoted from lieutenant when all this took place to chief. It became very more personal, then it became more what happens to our community, because we're the ones that suffer from that. Because the people under him, the street officers, they're going to be seen as part of him. And that makes it very, very difficult. It also makes it difficult for the community to put trust in them. They don't know what they're going to get when they need help.
May I ask you, when did this happen? How long did this happen? This year, last year?
For me, it happened the beginning of this year.
Okay.
My neighbors started asking me. Once they found out what I did in my professional life, I was more available. And they wanted to know, first, if it was true, and then the legal part. I was very outspoken about it. They also needed a way to get involved. They didn't know how to. And that was the beginning for me. And then other issues like the increasing the taxes for the water fund, the sewer fund, those things. So I began to look into it. The more I looked, the more I became more concerned about what they were doing to us.
And how is going to be the increase of water? How it going to affect our families?
It's going to increase the cost of water, one, and then the use of the sewer system. It's all tied in. But what we were concerned about was there's supposed to be a fund to take care of that in place. Those things we asked, and we never got answers. It's going to go up anywhere from 33% to 45%, depending on the size of your family and how much water you use. And we're still not clear as to how it's all going to be. They say we need the money to clean the water from nitrates, to fix the infrastructure. My education is in urban planning and city infrastructure. I know that those things must be planned in 20-year cycles. There should be money set aside for those. When they start raising taxes for those, then you have to wonder, or I have to ask, what happened to those monies, because they need to be there. All cities have those in place. And then if we really do need that, then how are we going to be assured? How are we going to be guaranteed that those monies will be used for that purpose? We don't have a guarantee. Those questions I asked the city council members, did not get any answers. and the city manager. All they could tell me what it was needed, but I was never really shown any factual information that I could use. So the more I asked, the less questions I asked, because I wasn't getting anywhere, and the less I could tell my members, my neighbors really. It just started with my neighbors, and then little it grew, and I found other people who were also concerned, and the more people I met, the more concerned they were there, and then I'm outspoken. Community involvement is something I've done since elementary school. At high school, it became a responsibility. Those things then came to me, and I always remember that people that I worked in the past, including the mayor of Los Angeles, Tom Bradley, he had a saying that if you see a problem, you have to try to fix it as a member of the community. And the other one was to ask the community for an idea for solving those problems.
Which in this case, they didn't have any community input in those decisions, or they are?
That's what I found. The first thing I did is you go to the people who are in charge. I was not welcomed. Information was difficult to come by, and then I got to the point where I became a problem to them, and I didn't understand why. I only wanted to know the process, how it works, who makes the decisions, and how they came to those. To me, they're very basic. From not getting answers to not being welcomed. I'm a member of the community. Other members of the community were telling me the same thing. And at first I thought, no, I guess it depends on how you ask them or those things. I was somewhat naive on that one,
Yeah.
because I did that. And they do answer to some of us. But then I found out what they were saying was actually true. They were not getting information. They did not feel welcomed. And that's when I decided that I needed to put in a lot more attention, a lot of effort. And it was welcomed by the people who don't feel like they're being heard. They don't have a voice.
And for how long you been living in the city of San Fernando?
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years. Okay. So you.
But I have known San Fernando since my teens. Many of our family from Van Nuys moved out here, and I grew up playing softball, baseball, basketball, and football at Las Palmas Park.
And how about you, Julian? How that started your involvement with the recall? Or maybe you can tell me more about you and
Okay.
you.
A little bit about me. I was actually born and raised in the city of Ventura. My family is from the city of San Fernando. My parents moved to Ventura the year before I was born. However, all the key events in my life have been in San Fernando. I've spent every summer in San Fernando at my grandparents' house, every holiday. When it came time for me to settle down and choose a place to buy a home, it was San Fernando. That's where I felt at home. Because my childhood basically has been San Fernando. All my family is still in the area, and none of us want to leave. My mom's family's been here since 1936. My dad's family's been here since '53. So San Fernando is where basically I view as my hometown. But my involvement in this became, that basically came after I started hearing things that the city council had been planning. Namely, they were not fairly negotiating with the police department regarding their contract. And then I also heard that they were trying to replace Los Angeles City Fire Department with a private fire department. Not a San Fernando Municipal Fire Department, a private fire department, a contract department, which didn't sound right to me. Upon researching it, contacting other agencies, including Ventura County Fire, City of Ventura Fire, LA City Fire themselves, and the LA Firefighters Union, I found out that not only it didn't sound right, In the state of California, it is actually illegal move to contract your fire services out to a private entity. So that was a red flag warning. I started getting involved, going to meetings, talking with city officials, and like Jesse had said, the answers were limited. You start asking too many questions, you started becoming unwelcomed. I had meetings with the then Mayor Hernandez, and he was actually, wanting to be informative at the time. However, the information only led to a certain extent. Then I started going to the meetings and started interacting with the council through, open comments, which is every citizen's right. The reaction I got back from 3 of the city council members was less than satisfactory. In fact, it was appalling. It amounted to being told, thanks but no thanks, we don't want your opinion. Okay. Now, being that they are representatives of the community, elected representatives, that didn't sit well with me. So I started looking into more and more things, looking into how the city was running, looking into the city finances, and things just weren't setting right with me, and it became quickly clear that these people not only were non-responsive to the community, non-responsive to the needs of the city, but poorly managing the city at the same time. So that's pretty much my involvement, how it started. It was just really understanding that the city was not being run correctly. The attitude of the public officials was inconsistent with what they are required to do. And it was a very, very disturbing revelation for me, especially as a citizen that had previously taken the notion that I will accept whatever comes down the pipe from my elected officials.
May I ask you, how do you think the recall is going to improve or help the resident in the city of San Fernando?
Well, first of all, I think that it's going to be successful. Okay. And we're now more engaged, the community is more engaged. So we can ask the questions of the people that want to run. And they have to make a commitment that San Fernando, the residents, come first. We have to look at how we spend the money that we have. We have to bring businesses into the community. We have to bring things that are needed. One of the philosophies that I've learned from my lifetime and working for various elected officials was 2 basic things. There are things that we want and things that we need. In times like this, need always comes first. And then we work to fulfill what we need. What we want is anything that we can have left over. Hopefully there will be. But they don't have to be against each other, but they have to work within each other. But we have to take our community first.
And also, I don't know, I feel like, especially in this economy, it's really important. It's really important that we have opportunity to have the community input. We're going to hold it for a moment. We're going to go for a commercial, and we'll be back.
Hey, you ever thought about video production? What about audio production? Well, listen, we got it. All the way down to the cameras, to the shooting, all the way down to the editing. Oh, not to mention, we also have lighting classes too. Also, audio classes, you guys. Can't miss that. Mixing, mastering. Yeah, we'll show you how to engineer, you guys, all in Pro Tools. I'm talking about just like the big dogs do it, where you're able to do music production also. Work the MPC. I'm talking Reasons and Fruity Loops. Hey, you know how Kanye does it, right? Or should I say Lil Weezy?
Lil Weezy, we can show how we get it, show how we get right into it, show how we get it.
Okay, that's enough, guy. Thanks a lot. Anyhow, if you want to go ahead and get in touch with us, you can reach us at area code 818-890-50 82. Our company name is Heroes of Life. Our address is 11243 Glen Oaks Boulevard, Pacoima, California, 91331.
If you didn't know, neighborhood councils were created to help improve your communities. We have funds available for projects that are important to you. We also have the ability to bring other resources provided by the city. So be part of the solution and become a member of your local neighborhood council.
Hi, my name is Isaac Luna from Luna's Radiators and Mufflers. We are located at 10677 San Fernando Road, the beautiful city of Pacoima, California. We've been in the same location for over 40 years. We specialize in radiators, mufflers, brakes, shocks, custom exhaust, catalytic converters. We are not cheap and we're not expensive, but we are reasonable. Our phone number is 818-899-0812, and we are glad to be of service to you. And thank you.
Welcome back to the show. We're going to continue our conversation with Julian.
Yeah.
Julian, you was mentioned something about the process that you are right now in the recall?
The recall is basically the signatures have been gathered. They've been sent off to the Los Angeles County Registrar's Office to be reviewed and verified. After that is taken care of, then it goes back to the City of San Fernando to schedule the election. And then that's when the candidates will come out and basically campaign for themselves, and the citizens of the city will have the choice to choose a new person for the seat or choose the existing person for the seat.
And how many residents signed those petitions? What is the number of those signing petitions?
Roughly 2,800 signed a petition for each of the 3 council members. We were required a minimum of 2,029 per, so we actually gathered quite a bit over the minimum, and we actually turned them in ahead of schedule because there was such a strong want for change.
And just for the people to know, what is the city council member that are being recalled?
What was that?
What is the people that are being recalled? The names.
Their names are Maribel De La Torre, Mario Hernandez, and Brenda Esquerra.
Okay. And how long they been in the seat?
Maribel's been in the seat for about 12 years, and Mario and Brenda have been in their seats for about 1 term each.
Okay. And what is the reason that being calling the major issues that people are upset with them?
The major issues are lack of trust, lack of dignity in the way that they've handled their seats, lack of financial responsibility for the city, and the overall understanding that the city cannot continue on its path, the way that they've been handling things, and the way that they have approached the citizens of the city.
Okay. And Jesse, so what is you're part of the recall team, right?
Yes.
So what is the next steps in this process?
Well, once the city council sets a date for election, we need to contact all the people assigned, allow the community, invite them to meetings where we can hear what their needs are, what they need to have, what the voice they want. And we're going to invite all the people, those that want to run for those offices, to come before them so the community can decide. The community must decide. They need to be involved. Such as we got involved, there are many people who have not been asked. When we went, the committee and many volunteers, some for the first time, they also must come out. And they brought back the news, and we shared information, feedback from the community, and that seems to be the most important part, is sometimes we were the first ones to have spoken to them in years. So it's very important that they be included, because it is they who signed, it is they supported, in essence, what we presented before them, but as a result from their complaints and their concerns.
Okay. And do you think the community and the business can work together?
Both parties want to work together. I don't know who brought that kind of information that there was antagonism between both of them. That's not true. There are many residents in San Fernando who own their own businesses in San Fernando. They just, either they did not feel welcomed or somehow they were made to believe that they were against each other. But that's not what we're finding. We do have members of our committee that are business owners. It's a community that's concerned about its future and about the people that live there. As we say, we're here on purpose. We want our children to be able to afford to live in San Fernando, and we want them to come to a place that they're attracted to raise their family.
So what are the residents at this point expecting from the recall?
I think the residents are expecting a fair, balanced conversation. The residents are expecting that the recall will be successful and we will get candidates in office that will correct the financial needs of the city, that will correct the physical needs of the city, and basically put the city back on track to be a shining star of the San Fernando Valley. It is the oldest city in the valley. It is the city the valley is named after, and it can be a hub of leadership for the valley, a model for the valley. And the citizens of San Fernando are expecting the recall to be successful so San Fernando can rebuild itself.
And okay, so we're gonna, if it's okay with you, gonna send a camera and crew so they can follow you up and your effort to do this great job in our community. So we're gonna report back in like around 3 months and or less, depending. And I hope you can enjoy us and have the opportunity to get updates to the community about all that great job that you're doing there. Thank you so much for coming, and it's a pleasure.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and we're gonna be back in 2 months, and I hope we're gonna have a great report on this, and you will see the difference when the community get together and taking business in the community. Have a great day. Thank you.
Oigo todo el tiempo, él es para mí. I can't explain this feeling. I think about it every day.
It represents a real past known for generations as an heirloom. Trapped in the freedom, yes, I'll be there soon. Snakes work for lies as I work for God's words to write. Searching my soul as word shots of my heart, cleansing and creating light.
Hi, I'm Nina Royal, publisher and editor of the North Valley Reporter. We are a small neighborhood paper. It comes out monthly. And if you're a small business, this would be the perfect place for you to advertise. My telephone number is area code 818-563-1962. And our website is www.northvalleyreporter.com. Visit it and you will find everything you want to know about the North Valley Reporter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Patty Lopez, and I'm gonna be your host for the show. And I just wanted to invite you to watch this show. This is a lot of things going on in the community, and it's a lot of things that you're gonna see in this show, and see people that are taking action in the communities to change those things that are not doing right in the community. Like example, like education. There's so many issues in education right now that people are really tired and they want to do something about it. So they're being rallies in the community, also resolutions, and also in San Fernando, in the city of San Fernando, it's a recall going on right now, and it's a people that are really want to make the change in the government. So I just wanted to let you know there is so many issues, and also if you have anything in your community that you want to come to the show and do a presentation, you can call us or email us. And the phone number to reach us is 818-590-4792. And in a short time, we're gonna give you that website. Is in the construction right now. And I just wanted to let you know there are so many things good happening in the community, and people want to make the changes. And I just want to invite you to watch this show on the following issues like fair housing, education, economy, and many other issues that affecting our community. If you are interested and be part of this show, you can call the number, one again, 818-590-4792. Also, I want to mention that you will see a different host in this different show that we're gonna present to you. If you're interested to be part of this host interviewing people, or you like to talk to people, or you know about any issues going on in the community, you're welcome to contact us, and I can give you the number. And also, if you're interested to get in touch with the production, and also we're gonna send a teams in the community to follow up the different shows that we're gonna present to you. You're welcome to call the number 818-590-4792. And once again, the number 818-590-4792. And thank you so much for watching.
Oigo todo el tiempo, eres para mí. I can't explain this feeling. I think about it every day. Hopes are dreams that come true.
It represents a real past on for generations as an heirloom. Trapped in the freedom, yes, I'll be there. So snakes lurk for lies as I work for God's words to write. Searching my soul as word shots of my heart, cleansing and creating light.
Hi, my name is Isaac Luna from Luna's Radiators and Mufflers. We are located at 10677 San Fernando Road, the beautiful city of Pacoima, California. We've been in the same location for over 40 years. We specialize in radiators, mufflers, brakes, shocks, custom exhaust, catalytic converters. We are not cheap and we're not expensive, but we are reasonable. Our phone number is 818-899-0812, and we are glad to be of service to you. And thank you.